You just expect a lot when you go to meet like your idol, and then when you get disappointed, it's like such a letdown.
They say never meet your heroes because they might just turn out to be total jerks. From the A-list actress known for her diva-like demands, to the chart-topping singer with a notorious bad attitude, to the beloved TV star who's a nightmare to work with, it seems fame and bad manners often go hand in hand. While their talents brought them celebrity, their brash personalities and discourteous behavior have landed them on everyone's list of the rudest stars around. In today's video, we're counting down the top 20 rudest celebrities of all time. These stars may have stratospheric careers, but when it comes to basic human decency, they're rock bottom. 20, Bruce Willis.
You get knocked on your ass.
You might knock me on my ass. That might happen.
You want to try it?
Might happen.
Try it again.
You got
Try it again.
to
See what
wait
happens.
Action star Bruce Willis has been a fixture on the big screen since the 1980s, with iconic roles in blockbusters like Die Hard, Armageddon, and The Sixth Sense. But the wisecracking everyman persona he often portrays doesn't seem to match up with real-life reports of the actor's rude treatment of young fans. Willis first gained notice on the TV series Moonlighting before becoming one of Hollywood's most bankable leading men. His films have grossed over $3 billion in North America alone. In addition to his prolific acting career, Willis has also released a couple of albums as a singer. Yet behind Willis's smirking charm are stories of a much nastier attitude. During a 1996 visit to an Atlanta restaurant with then-wife Demi Moore, Willis reportedly began yelling at two 10-year-old boys just for smiling and pointing at him from across the room. Apparently, the superstar has little patience for being recognized, even by his most innocent and well-meaning fans. It's a disappointing revelation for those who adore Willis's cheeky, relatable film roles. 19, Rachael Ray.
Note to self, don't put your kitchen towel too close to the stove.
With her bubbly personality and infectious catchphrases like Yummo, Chef Rachael Ray has built an empire as one of the most popular food media personalities. In addition to her long-running talk show, the culinary queen has authored countless cookbooks and launched her own magazine. However, some who've seen Ray in person say her perky on-camera persona doesn't reflect her true colors. The New York native got her start teaching cooking classes at a gourmet market before being discovered by local media. Her 30-minute meals concept landed her a show on Food Network in 2001. Ray soon expanded to daytime talk with the launch of The Rachael Ray Show in 2006. Her approachable style has made her a favorite with home cooks. Behind the scenes, though, Ray is allegedly much less warm. One former audience member at her talk show described Ray as cold and annoyed that she had to do the show. The disgruntled fan claimed Ray greeted the crowd with an eye roll and complaints, a far cry from the chipper, down-to-earth image she projects on TV. It's surprising to hear such sour recollections about the usually upbeat Ray. 18, Jared Leto.
Hey yo, you with your fingers in your chin beard, what are you sitting on your fucking ass for? Huh? This is the 30 Seconds to Mars show. Okay.
Actor and musician, Jared Leto has cultivated an eccentric public image over the years with his wild film transformations and flamboyant fashion. The Oscar winner is known for intense immersion into roles in films like Dallas Buyers Club and Suicide Squad. Off-screen, he tours with his rock band 30 Seconds to Mars. But Leto's apparent rudeness to concert-goers has left a sour note. Leto first rose to fame on the 1990s teen drama My So-Called Life before transitioning to films. He's since become one of Hollywood's most chameleonic actors, drastically changing his appearance for parts. His method acting approach is legendary, with tales of Leto terrorizing his Suicide Squad castmates while playing the Joker. Some might say Leto's bad attitude isn't just an act, though. During a 2011 show in Brazil with 30 Seconds to Mars, the rocker reportedly flipped off a fan for not knowing all the words to the band's songs. While Leto may be committed to his craft, it seems common courtesy isn't always a priority. For an artist so dedicated to connecting with audiences on screen, Leto can be oddly hostile when face-to-face with fans. 17, Joan Crawford.
Is this worth going on with? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yes, indeed. Every minute of it. And you know, I find that when I'm not working, and I don't have to get up at that ungodly hour in the morning at 4:45, I get very lazy.
With her strong features and intense charisma, Joan Crawford was one of classic Hollywood's most glamorous leading ladies. She reached the heights of stardom in the 1930s and 40s, winning an Oscar for Mildred Pierce. But behind the scenes, Crawford was a notoriously demanding diva. The actress started as a chorus girl before finding fame at MGM in the late 1920s. Her striking looks and forceful acting style made her an icon of the era in films like Grand Hotel and The Women. When Crawford's career waned in the 40s, she fought back with a bravura performance in Mildred Pierce. Crawford was always consumed by her rivalry with fellow star Bette Davis, though. Davis was dismissive of Crawford's acting ability, branding her a beauty with no talent. Crawford resented Davis's superior acclaim and schemed to upstage her. On the set of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Their animosity reached a fever pitch. While Davis had a reputation for being difficult, Crawford was downright sadistic. She put weights in her pockets for a scene where Davis had to drag her, causing the older actress intense back pain. Crawford also campaigned against Davis for the Oscar that year. Their bitter feud became the stuff of legend. Stories abound of Crawford's outrageous ego. She refused to allow other actresses to share her dressing room, even when space was tight. She'd intentionally enter scenes late, so the focus would be on her. Crawford obsessed over her appearance, bleaching her skin and having her teeth capped. Her vanity rivaled her cruelty. Most infamously, Crawford's adopted daughter, Christina, published Mommy Dearest after her death, alleging horrific abuse. While some friends claim Christina exaggerated, the memoir paints a chilling portrait of a vicious stage mother. Crawford's compulsive perfectionism apparently extended to parenthood in the worst way. Daughter or co-star, no one was spared Joan's wrath for failing to meet her impossible standards. The real Crawford was far from ready for her close-up. 16. Jennifer Lopez.
I don't do this for you.
Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
You limit my life.
Bueno, lo que pasa es que estoy agradecido. ¿Está mal estar agradecido, J-Lo?
Be grateful.
Gracias, J-Lo, te quiero.
Jennifer Lopez is an entertainment powerhouse with a career spanning music, movies, and TV. But despite her A-list status and glamorous image, J-Lo has a reputation for diva-like behavior and being rude to staff and servers. The Bronx-born performer started as a backup dancer before landing the lead role in 1997's Selena, portraying the late Latin icon. She became the first actress to have a #1 movie and album in the same week with 2001's The Wedding Planner and her second album. J-Lo Lopez has since starred in a string of successful romantic comedies while continuing to churn out multi-platinum albums. Stories of Lopez's demanding attitude are legend, though. In a resurfaced clip, she was seen casually spitting her gum into her assistant's hand, prompting backlash online over her apparent lack of manners. Other rumors abound of ridiculous requirements when appearing at events, like insisting on all-white decorations or having people walk backwards in front of her. She's also allegedly had servers fired for petty reasons like looking at her. Former employees have anonymously shared negative experiences working for Lopez, painting her as cold and aloof. For someone who sells such a fun-loving image, the reality seems far less Jenny from the block. 15. Robert Pattinson.
Hey, what is your problem, dude? Hey, what is your problem, dude?
As the brooding vampire Edward Cullen in the Twilight films, Robert Pattinson became an overnight teen idol. The British actor was inescapable at the height of the supernatural romance franchise's popularity. But it seems the endless attention from obsessive fans, nicknamed Tweehards, started to grate on the heartthrob. Pattinson, who began his career on stage in London, had only appeared in a few films, like Harry Potter and The Goblet of Fire, before being cast in Twilight. The 5 films, released between 2008 to 2012, were a pop culture phenomenon that made Pattinson a superstar. He's gone on to focus on smaller, artsier fare in recent years. However, at the height of Twilight mania, Pattinson made some condescending remarks about the franchise's passionate fanbase. In a 2013 interview, he pondered what Tweehards did all day, speculating they just sat online writing about the films. The dismissive comment showed a lack of appreciation for the very people who made him famous. Pattinson has admitted he sometimes intentionally tried to alienate fans to maintain privacy. While understandable, it doesn't change the sting of having your devotion mocked by your idol. 14. Adam Levine.
Take a better time. Put your phone away, lady. Okay, here's the deal. If you have a phone and you can't join in with the rest of us who are awesome, then if I see you on your phone, I'm out the other way.
Maroon. 5 frontman Adam Levine has reached A-list status through his stint as a coach on the hit singing competition, The Voice. His charm and good looks have made him popular with fans. But behind Levine's rock star swagger, there are accusations that he can be very dismissive to those same admirers. Levine formed Maroon 5 in the 1990s, with songs about Jane propelling them to stardom in the 2000s. Hits like This Love and She Will Be Loved established the band as pop rock mainstays. Levine's fame rose to another level when he joined The Voice as a coach in 2011. However, one unimpressed fan took to Reddit to recount an unpleasant encounter with the Sugar singer. When a female fan asked for his autograph, Levine allegedly turned her down flat, declaring, "I don't give autographs to ugly chicks." If true, it's a shockingly cruel response from someone who relies on public adoration. Other fans have shared stories of Levine's cocky, rude attitude when approached, like scoffing and walking away. His playboy image and model-marrying lifestyle seem to have inflated his ego to the point where he has no problem casually disparaging average folks. 13. Tobey Maguire.
Get the fuck out of the way! I can't see! There are cars there, motherfucker! Get out of the way!
In the early 2000s, Tobey Maguire was on top of the world as the star of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. With his boyish good looks and aw-shucks demeanor, the actor was highly popular in the role of wisecracking Peter Parker. But reports of Maguire's egotistical attitude toward fans tarnish his nice guy image. Maguire started as a child actor in the 1980s, appearing in films like The Wizard. In the 90s, he graduated to edgier material like The Ice Storm and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. His supporting turn in 1998's Pleasantville alongside Reese Witherspoon raised his profile considerably. Landing the coveted Spider-Man part made Maguire a household name. Behind the scenes, though, he was apparently too wrapped up in his own egotistical web to interact much with fans. Maguire was even voted the worst celebrity autograph signer. Additionally, in her memoir, Molly Bloom detailed a bizarre incident where Maguire tried to make her bark like a seal for poker chips. When she refused, he taunted her, highlighting an apparent cruel streak. For an actor known for playing the ultimate everyman hero, Maguire seems to lack basic decency. 12. Ashton Kutcher.
Is it you're so freaking hot?
No, it's being able to do scenes with him and being in it with him. I mean, to be with an extraordinary actor. Stop it now. Silly goose. And Sean Levy, the director.
In the early 2000s, Ashton Kutcher was seen as a himbo icon, playing lovable but dim-witted characters on That 70s Show and in films like Dude, Where's My Car? His good looks and charm made him a tabloid fixture during his marriage to Demi Moore. But accounts of rude encounters paint the affable actor in a much harsher light. Kutcher first gained notice as dopey Michael Kelso on That 70s Show, which ran from 1998 to 2006. He soon landed leading roles in comedy films, often playing variations on his dumb but sweet sitcom persona. High-profile pranks, show punked, also boosted his celebrity. However, actress and TV personality Sharon Osbourne maintains Kutcher's nice guy act is just that. She's called him the rudest celebrity she's ever met, detailing a disastrous 2008 interview where Kutcher had an inexplicable attitude with her from the start. Osbourne claims the actor was condescending and hostile for no apparent reason, leaving her unimpressed with the young star. Sometimes the worst behavior comes from the most seemingly likable celebs. His real personality is apparently a far cry from his goofy on-screen image. 11. Sean Penn.
Get the out of here. I'll make you eat the clothes. Get out of here.
Sean Penn has enjoyed a long, acclaimed career, winning Oscars for intense dramas Mystic River and Milk. The actor and activist is known for his hot temper, though, with a history of violent outbursts against the paparazzi and others. It seems regular folks aren't safe from Penn's ire either. The California native began acting on TV in the 1970s before moving to film. Bad boy turns in 1980s movies Racing with the Moon, The Falcon, and The Snowman, and at close range started to cement his image as a rebel. High-profile relationships with Madonna and Robin Wright often overshadowed his acting. Penn's penchant for a confrontation apparently extends to average citizens too, though. In 2013, he was accused of snatching a cell phone from a fan's hand and throwing it to the ground while screaming obscenities at them for trying to take his picture in a hotel. Although no charges were filed, it shows how angry Penn can seemingly get over minor annoyances. He's had multiple arrests over the years for everything from assaulting an extra on set to kicking a photographer. Penn's explosive temper is almost as well known as his acting talent. 10. Mike Myers.
So has she evaluated your work?
Yes.
And?
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Come on.
Not really.
Seriously? Your mom?
I have no idea. She's been very withholding.
Mike Myers is responsible for some of the most iconic comedic characters of the past few decades, like Wayne Campbell, Austin Powers, and Shrek. The Canadian actor first broke out on Saturday Night Live before transitioning to film superstardom. However, there are many stories about Myers being very difficult to work with. After honing his skills in the Toronto comedy scene, Myers joined the cast of SNL in 1989. He became one of the sketch show's standouts with characters like Dieter, the host of Sprockets. Wayne's World, based on his popular sketch with Dana Carvey, became a surprise hit in 1992. Myers continued his hot streak with the Austin Powers spoofs and voicing the title role in the Shrek franchise. But he's reportedly a perfectionist on set and makes extreme demands. His The Cat in the Hat co-star Amy Hill called filming with him a horrible, nightmarish experience. Other colleagues have shared stories of Meyer's diva-like behavior, like having a personal assistant to ferry him chocolate. Hill said he made little effort to interact with anyone outside his inner circle. The comedy legend is apparently a real sourpuss on set. 9. William Frawley.
Owners don't carry brooms. I'm a trainer.
Oh, in that case, would you kindly announce to the owner that the Countess Henri Gaston Armand Jean-Louis Philippe Framboise de Cul-de-Sac has arrived.
Okay. Hey, boss! There's a dame here to see you.
For many, William Frawley is best remembered as cantankerous neighbor Fred Mertz on the classic sitcom I Love Lucy. His bickering with on-screen wife Ethel, played by Vivian Vance, was a highlight of the show. In real life, though, Frawley was even grumpier than his character. Frawley started in vaudeville before moving to Broadway and films in the 1930s. He appeared in over 100 movies, including the holiday favorite Miracle on 34th Street, usually playing a gruff comic foil. I Love Lucy, which ran from 1951 to 1957, made him a TV icon. However, Frawley and Vance infamously despised each other off camera. She resented being paired romantically with a man 22 years her senior. He was a heavy drinker and often showed up unprepared. Vance once declared, "I loathed William Frawley," and the feeling was mutual. Others who worked with Frawley described him as cantankerous and difficult, according to co-star Keith Thibodeau, Little Ricky. Nobody got along with Frawley. He was very difficult. Frawley even punched actor Clifton Webb in the nose over a dispute. His on-screen crankiness wasn't much of a stretch. 8. Chevy Chase.
That was a hit show. That show had good reviews.
I didn't know that. I didn't care that it was a hit show or not. My efforts to become part of that cast were eschewed consistently, partly because I didn't know what they had, and partly because I wasn't happy.
Chevy Chase was the breakout star of Saturday Night Live's first season, originating the Weekend Update anchor role. His work in comedy films like Caddyshack and the Vacation series made him one of the top movie stars of the 1980s. Behind the scenes, though, Chase developed a reputation as an egotistical jerk. Chase started his career as a writer on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour and National Lampoon projects. When SNL debuted in 1975, his Pratfalls, an impression of President Ford, quickly made him a favorite. Wanting to pursue a film career, he left the show after one season. As his stardom rose, so did Chase's prickly personality. He's infamous for nasty fights with co-stars and directors, reducing community actress Yvette Nicole Brown to tears on set. Chase also has a mean streak with fans. When introduced to Rob Hubel, a self-proclaimed fan at a comedy show, Chase slapped the actor hard across the face. He tried to play it off as a joke, but just came across as unhinged. Chase's smug on-screen persona is apparently no act. 7. Cher.
No, I didn't mean it in that way. Okay. Bitch.
With a career spanning 6 decades, Cher is a true show business legend. She first gained fame in the 1960s as half of the folk rock duo Sonny and Cher before becoming a solo superstar in the 1970s. Cher has also found success on screen, winning an Oscar for 1988's Moonstruck. The diva is as well known for her outspoken nature as her talent, though. Cher met Sonny Bono in 1962 and served as his backup singer. Their first hit, I Got You Babe, topped charts worldwide, making them famous as a romantic and musical duo. The pair starred on the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour in the early 70s. When their marriage ended, Cher established herself as a solo artist with hits like Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. She's one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with 100 million records sold. The icon is revered for her outrageous fashions, sassy comebacks, and take-no-prisoners attitude. That strong personality can veer into rudeness, though. Cher's bluntness is part of her charm, but also leads to public outbursts, like profanely calling out a fan online. She's not afraid to speak her mind, even if it means offending others. In addition to her infamous feud with Madonna, whom she called a spoiled brat, Cher has taken shots at various other celebrities over the years. She once quipped that David Letterman was very smart and very funny when he's not being a complete asshole. Cher also got into a Twitter spat with Donald Trump before he was elected president, branding him a complete idiot and receiving his ire in return. Her unfiltered commentary often lands her in hot water. While fans admire Cher's boldness, her lack of tact can be seen as disrespectful. She's been known to make crude sexual remarks in interviews and heckle her own tribute artists. At an event honoring her, Cher even told the crowd, "I'm not going to say I don't deserve this, because I do, probably more than anybody." Cher owns her divadom, though, refusing to apologize for her antics. She's admitted to being difficult and demanding throughout her career. In a 2013 Reddit AMA, she said, "I'm a perfectionist. I'm not easy. Her DGAF attitude is central to her appeal. At this point, fans expect and even embrace Cher's insolence, seeing it as part of her fabulous, unfiltered essence. For the entertainer once described as part goddess, part bitch, a little rudeness simply comes with the territory. 6. Ellen DeGeneres.
And then there's me, Ellen. I'm the host of the show and the reason you all have a job.
For years, Ellen DeGeneres was seen as the ultimate nice celebrity, beloved for her goofy dancing and be kind catchphrase. The comedian and actress built an empire on her image as everyone's fun, approachable friend. But explosive allegations about DeGeneres' true nature have permanently fractured her warm public persona. The Louisiana native first gained attention as a stand-up comic before playing the first openly gay main character on a sitcom in Ellen. She became a mainstream superstar as the host of the daytime talk show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, which ran from 2003 to 2022. Her affable demeanor and silly games made her a hit with viewers. However, the facade crumbled in 2020 after a viral Twitter thread alleging DeGeneres' rude behavior behind the scenes. Current and former employees came forward with stories of mistreatment, leading to an internal investigation. The accusations ran the gamut from DeGeneres complaining about her fans to cruel interactions with staff and guests. One woman claimed DeGeneres berated her for having chipped nail polish. Others described a toxic work culture of racism and intimidation. The Queen of Nice was apparently nothing of the sort, contributing to her talk show's cancellation in 2022. For someone who ended every show by saying, "Be kind to one another," DeGeneres failed to practice what she preached. 5. Frank Sinatra.
Get off the stage and stay the hell off the stage. I don't bother you with your job, you idiot.
Frank Sinatra is one of the most iconic entertainers of the 20th century, a legendary crooner who epitomized swagger and style. With his velvety voice and magnetic stage presence, Old Blue Eyes captivated audiences for decades. But the chairman of the board was also notorious for his mercurial temper and ties to the mob. Sinatra first gained fame in the 1940s as a teen idol, causing young Bobby Soxers to swoon with his dreamy ballads. He went on to become a chart-topping solo artist in the 1950s and 60s, releasing classic concept albums like Come Fly With Me and Only the Lonely. Sinatra also found success as an actor, winning an Oscar for From Here to Eternity. However, Sinatra's dark side often eclipsed his immense talent. He was infamous for his drunken brawls and vicious feuds with fellow stars, politicians, and journalists. Sinatra had a volcanic temper and would verbally or physically attack those who crossed him. His Rat Pack pal, Shirley MacLaine, described him as perverse and tortured. Sinatra despised the press, feeling they invaded his privacy. He once sent a crude funeral wreath to a magazine editor. His womanizing and connections to organized crime also tarnished his image. Sinatra flaunted his power in a way that could be vulgar and belittling to others. Old Blue Eyes was capable of great generosity and charm, but his mean streak was equally renowned. He demanded unquestioning loyalty from friends and employees, ruthlessly cutting off any perceived traitors. Comedian Don Rickles was one of the few who could rib Sinatra and get away with it. For most, though, Frank was not to be trifled with. His well-documented rudeness and ability to hold a grudge stood in stark contrast to the elegant romance of his music. 4. Kanye. Yeah, West.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Kanye West is one of the most influential musicians of the 21st century, shaping hip-hop, popular culture, and fashion with his groundbreaking work. The rapper-producer's albums, like The College Dropout, 808s and Heartbreak, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, are considered classics. He's also notorious for provocative public statements and erratic behavior. West first gained attention as a producer for Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records before launching his solo career. His 2004 debut, The College Dropout, made him a superstar, celebrated for his clever wordplay and soulful production style. He's remained a critic's darling while dominating the pop chart. The artist, now known as Ye, has long been a magnet for controversy, though. He's famously interrupted various award shows, memorably cutting off Taylor Swift at the 2009 MTV VMAs to declare that Beyoncé deserved the Best Female Video prize over her. West faced furious backlash in 2018 after suggesting slavery was a choice for African Americans during a TMZ interview. His unpredictability makes him a risky guest, as he'll lash out at hosts and derail interviews to rant. With his massive ego, West often comes across as rude and dismissive. Recent anti-Semitic comments have further damaged his reputation, leading to professional fallout. Where his boorish antics were once accepted as part of his genius persona, the public seems to have lost patience with West's antagonistic attitude. 3. Christian Bale.
What don't you get about it?
I was looking. looking at the light.
Oh, good for you. And how was it? I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it?
Christian Bale is considered one of the finest actors of his generation, known for his intense commitment to roles in films like American Psycho, The Machinist, and the Dark Knight trilogy. The Welsh thespian is famously dedicated to his craft, drastically transforming his appearance for parts. Less flattering are stories of him berating innocent fans. Bale began his career as a child actor in Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun. As an adult, he's preferred challenging roles in independent films and blockbusters alike. He's particularly noted for his frequent weight gains and losses, and even shaved his head for parts. The actor's temper gained infamy in 2009 when audio leaked of him verbally assaulting a crew member on the set of Terminator Salvation. Bale's former publicist also alleged he would lecture little girls about being rude and intrusive until tears streamed down their faces when they approached him in public. She claimed Bale advocated violence against fans who wrote to him, suggesting he wanted one eliminated with a screwdriver thrust through the eyeball. While likely hyperbole, it paints an ugly portrait of a man with no tolerance for enthusiastic admirers. The Oscar winner apparently has little patience for the trappings of stardom. 2. Justin Bieber.
Man, you don't understand. I'm your biggest fan. Please, Justin. Oh, man.
Justin Bieber is arguably the biggest pop star in the world, rising to fame in his early teens with his fresh-faced looks and earworm hits. But the singer's transition from boy wonder to adult has been marked by scandal and rudeness, leaving some fans to sour on the former wunderkind. The Canadian sensation first gained attention from YouTube videos of him singing covers before releasing his debut EP, My World, in 2009 at age 15. Bieber fever soon took hold with his boyish charm and catchy tunes like Baby and One Less Lonely Girl. He broke sales records and inspired worship among the masses. During his adolescence and early 20s, though, Bieber displayed brattish tendencies that didn't match his bubblegum image. Incidents include shouting at his own fans to be quiet at a concert and allegedly spitting on those gathered below his hotel balcony. In 2014, he was arrested for DUI while drag racing, though he's worked to rehabilitate his image in recent years, apologizing for past mistakes. Bieber's history of rudeness still taints his megastardom for many. His treatment of fans at the height of his fame, from snubbing their autograph requests to cursing at them, showed a shocking level of ingratitude. As at Detreci, 56 put it on Reddit, leaving a mark wherever he goes. 1. Will Smith.
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Will Smith is one of the biggest movie stars in the world, with a string of blockbuster hits like Independence Day, Men in Black, and Bad Boys. The rapper-turned-actor rose to fame on the sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air before conquering Hollywood. His megawatt charm and charisma have made him a global superstar. But a violent outburst at the 2022 Oscars, where he slapped presenter Chris Rock on stage over a joke about his wife Jada Pinkett Smith, shattered his family-friendly image. Smith first gained notice as half of the hip-hop duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and The Fresh Prince in the 1980s. Their Grammy-winning hits included Parents Just Don't Understand. In 1990, he parlayed his musical success into the lead role on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, playing a fictionalized version of himself. The show ran for 6 seasons and established Smith as a TV star. He seamlessly transitioned to films, anchoring 1990s smashes Bad Boys, Independence Day, and Men in Black. Smith's effortless, cool, and PG-rated lyrics led him to be dubbed Mr. July by studios, as his summer movies were practically guaranteed hits. He earned Oscar nominations for Ali and the Pursuit of Happiness, but a long-awaited win for King Richard was overshadowed by The Slap. At the 2022 ceremony, Smith rushed the stage and slapped a stunned Rock after the comedian made a crack about Pinkett Smith's shaved head. She has alopecia. Smith returned to his seat and twice bellowed at Rock to keep my wife's name out your foaming mouth. He went on to win Best Actor soon after, but the incident sparked a firestorm. Smith later resigned from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and was banned from attending their events for 10 years. Beyond the shocking nature of Smith assaulting a fellow star on live TV, The Slap shook his persona as an eternally upbeat good guy. Viewers were aghast at his lack of control and concern for those around him. Some in the industry came forward to describe past unpleasant interactions with the actor, painting a picture of a pampered ego used to getting his way. The ugly event has led to a reappraisal of Smith's nice guy image, revealing cracks in the facade. From his self-aggrandizing memoir to his and Pinkett Smith's oversharing of private matters, Smith's apparent need to be liked and constant seeking of attention now seemed troubling. His perfect persona doesn't quite match reality. While he's since apologized to Rock and others, Smith's violent display of rudeness on Hollywood's biggest stage won't soon be forgotten. The Fresh Prince has lost his claim to the throne. Now it's time to hear from you. Which celebrity encounter surprised you the most? Do you have any personal stories about meeting a rude famous person? Let us know in the comments below.